Hey, what's up? My name is Forrest Radarian,
I'm Billy Robb.
and we just wanted to check in again. So we put out an initial video on this Red4Ed page way back like several weeks ago. It just seems like so much has happened since then. And as we come to this point where summer's about to happen, the end of the school year is wrapping up, and I think most importantly, we see a lot of different initiatives and measures and actions and conversations taking place. As we move through this summer and come into this fall, we're thinking of doing just kind of a joint reflection.
Yeah, so we're going to reflect on two points. First, what we most valued seeing from this movement, and then secondly is how we see the movement looking forward. So let's start with a reflection. Forrest, what did you most value seeing from this Red4Ed movement?
I thought about this a lot because I know that there were like a lot of like battles in which it seems like there were some losses or stagnation, but I also think there were some gains. And to me, the biggest gain, undoubtedly, about this whole like movement was the fact that I feel like teachers had pushed for things in the past in Arizona, but they were like empowered. There was like a sense of realization about this empowerment. We have a voice, and this is a voice with great potential.
Yeah.
What do you think, Billy?
I think just the energy, enthusiasm, and passion. I think we realized that with unity and with energy, we can achieve important things. And there's no doubt that we moved the conversation and we moved lawmakers and the governor in this state. So I think it just shows that there is this potential that's there that was untapped and realized.
I mean, think of all the different media coverage, the fact that entire like sectors of the government were all focused on this.
Yeah.
It was a big deal.
So how do you see, Forrest, this movement looking forward?
As we move into this fall and this summer, I think the biggest stuff I am looking most forward to is the fact that we have candidates out there who are running for political office this fall who are educators, or we have educators who are backing education-minded candidates. I think there's a lot of power behind that. We've seen some victories recently occurring in Kentucky, and I would just love to see educators have a greater actionable voice in this state.
Yeah. I think a couple things stood out to me of looking forward. And one is, there's been a lot of news stories about our charter schools here on this page, but charter accountability. I think it's, the laws are a little bit vague or non-existent on transparency and stuff, but I think I've written this on the page before, is that we can do our part to hold our own schools accountable. And I think districts and charters can do the same thing. We see a lot of things internally happening that with our vigilance and awareness, I think can be a good thing. And then also one of the biggest things I'd like to kind of encourage us to move forward is thinking of this not just about money and getting more money into the schools, but also reforms on how education works. To me, that's been the biggest thing that's been lost here, is that it's not, I think every teacher knows, it's not just about the money. It's about working conditions. It's about curriculum and other kinds of conditions that we're subjected to, that we have a voice in those areas that I don't think are being heard enough.
I definitely agree. As a science teacher, I know there's been some discussion on the AEU pages about how evolution is being treated moving forward with the standards.
Yeah.
I think that,
And that's
I mean,
I
I
just
just think it's a good time
just
for
one
reform.
example of tons of things that we can think about using our energy and unity to help change for the better next fall.
Absolutely.
All right. So hope everyone has a great finish to the year and a good relaxing summer, and getting ready to get back to work next fall.
Guys, have a good one, and we'll take it on continuing through the summer and fall.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.
Cool. Do you think that sounded good?